Hey YouTube, this is the very first time I've decided to show myself on here. So hey, how's it going? This is a direct response, sorry, to Alpha Omega Sin and his fucking awesome Sega Saturn collection. Now it's good to know that I'm not the only one who actually had a fucking Sega Saturn, and it just not it just didn't get the attention it deserved, and it had some really overlooked and very underrated games, and it's a shame really because these were some of the best games that I grew up with. So I'm just going to share with you the games I have for it. So this is one of my favourites, and this is Rayman. Now, sadly, this copy I got had seen quite a lot of action, and it is just very badly scratched. So I couldn't even get past the very first world. So every time I got onto the music stage, it just fucked up on me. But it's a shame because it was just such an awesome game, and I didn't really get to experience it until the classic on the PlayStation Network came out. So that's the only way that I could play the original game. And I know it was on the PlayStation as well, but I didn't know that back then. But if it was, I definitely would have picked it up as well. And this is my next one, which is Fighters Megamix. Now, this is very similar to Street Fighter, and I'm not really big on the whole Street Fighter franchise or that kind of genre. It just doesn't interest me. But I'm sure that it did grab like quite an audience out there. But I'm not saying it's bad or anything because it really isn't, you know. And those people, I can appreciate games that I don't like, even though I like nothing about them. I can still look at them and think, oh yeah, I can see how you like that, or I can see like how that can be quite fucking awesome. But just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's rubbish. It just simply just wasn't my cup of tea. Didn't have enough sugar. So this is the next one, which is Sky Target. Now this is quite a big favourite of mine because even today I just love anything that can fly. Like if it flies, it's instantly got my attention. And this was a rail shooter with American jet fighters, and it did get quite. It wasn't really quite well known, I don't think, but I sure as hell enjoyed it. And another one, which is Soviet Strike, and I liked Desert Strike back on the Mega Drive, and I absolutely fucking loved this one. It just had much better graphics than the original, and it was a nice feel, and there was so much more you could do on it. And for those of you who don't know what it is, it's just basically you're an Apache. I think it's an Apache helicopter, and like you take off, and you've got certain objectives you need to do. So you either go to a base, save someone, and take him to another base where he like kills some of the people, and you fly up in the middle of fucking war zones to destroy how many tanks, and then bounce off to the next level. So it's quite cool. And this is Mech Warrior 2. And I quite like this one. I like the robots. Well, you pilot this robot creature thing, and you can also fly for a limited time as well. And you've got a pretty good reflexes as well for this game because there is shit shooting you from all fucking angles, and if you don't respond in time, you're up next. And in the top best condition is Tomb Raider. Now, I had virtually no idea what Tomb Raider was up until about, I think it was 1999 when this game was actually given to me, and all of these games, and my console in fact, was actually given to me by my uncle, so thank you very much. Well, thank you very much for that. Actually, and that was the only Tomb Raider game I've ever played. I haven't really bothered much with the later ones because they just haven't grabbed my attention. Sega Rally Championship. I think that there was an arcade version of this game. I'm not too sure, but I never saw it anywhere when I was a kid. But apparently there were, so that's kind of cool. And that was really the only racing game that I took interest in. Yeah. Clockwork Knight 2. For those of you who've got no idea who the fuck Clockwork Knight is, he's basically a tin soldier who rides a steed made of baskets and glass bottles. So my copy of this, I could have sworn that this copy is extremely just glitched out to the max because every time I put this in my machine, I would always instantly have to fight the level 2 boss, which is like some like TV mecha type creature with like fucking screwdrivers for hands, and like he just like used to get you from every fucking angle, just poking and shit, get the hell out of my face kind of stuff. And Yeah, he looks pretty nasty. So, whether that was intentional, I don't know. But if it was, why would you start off as the level 2 fucking boss? Why? Just why? But I'm just sure it was just my copy was just fucked up. So, anyway, moving on to the next one, which is kids. And again, this is very much a clone of Street Fighter, just with like, well. And next up we have a game that received a lot of hype due to its release, and a lot of those people will probably know what game that is. And if you haven't figured it out by now, it is Nights into Dreams. I fucking love this game on so many levels. It is just so colourful, and it just worked for me because there was so much going on. Like there were these like flying pixie creatures that like waved at you as you were flying around, and you want to wave back, but you can't because you'll just like lose concentration, just go flying into a fucking hillside. But I mean, it was a weird style because there was also land on the ceiling. Like there was all like just like these terrains and hills, and you could like fly up to it and shit, and it's pretty awesome. And all those rings, like you just fly through them, and then like you got a speed bar, which got bigger like the more rings you flew through. And some of them gave you more, like, and if you like flew through like 5 or 6, like it will double how much like went into that bar. So that was really awesome. And next up we have steep slope sliders, and something just fell out of the box. Now this game didn't really grab my attention too much because I wasn't really like big on snowboarding or anything to do with skateboards back in the day, but I did enjoy just like throwing the board around a little bit, which was pretty cool. Now I need to try and put that back in, and I've got no idea how to. This was actually shoved. This just came out of there, like in between, like the sheets. Don't know how long that's been in there for, but hey, put that back in. Now next up we have some of my three favorite. Next up are 3 of my favorite games of all time, let alone on the Sega Saturn. And in no particular order, we have Gex, really cool, fucking awesome lizard with sunglasses. Now he doesn't wear sunglasses in the game, apart from like at the end of some stages when you complete it, he would like say some phrases and he would just put some shades on, like, yeah, I'm fucking cool, man. But I don't know how they got away with some of the stuff that they put into this game. Like they made so many quotations and references to like pop culture back then. So there was a lot of Scooby-Doo and Beetlejuice references, and how they didn't get sued was, I'll never know. And now we have one of my all-time favourites in my collection for so many reasons, which is Panzer Dragoon. Now I fucking love dragons to death, and this game just grabbed my attention instantly. Just the front cover, dragon, you are a dragon, yes. Awesome. And I love the artwork and the style in this game like so much. It's just so unique, and some of the bosses you fight are just pretty darn awesome. And this is my favorite game just of pretty much nearly any platform, and I have got so many memories, and just, well, I love nearly everything about this game. And this is Panzer Dragoon's Way 2. Now, this is not the direct follow-up to the previous Panzer Dragoon. Now, I could never find the direct sequel to that game, which did piss me off quite a lot because I really wanted to know what happened next, and I couldn't. And I have yet to find it. I can't even find an emulator of it, which really pisses me off. But this game, and I think personally, is in every single way better than the first game, because not only like do you fly, you can also run and just stand and just shoot everything around you, and it's just so cool. And also you can evolve. So you start off as this guy here, and then your dragon evolves into this guy, which he is just so fucking awesome. Look at that guy. He's just so badass. He's fucking amazing. I just want that guy as a pet. Like seriously, who wouldn't? He's just so cool. But yeah, that's my collection. I hope you enjoyed, and stick around. I'll be uploading more videos soon on my game consoles and my collection. So until then, later.